YouTube family, welcome to kCharles Couture sewing page. I am so happy that you are here. If you are brand new, please hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to miss any of the videos that I'm gonna have popping for you. Today I'm doing a day in the life vlog when you're trying to get yourself back to yourself. I know I can't be the only one who has been in a situation with love, relationships, moving, relocating, and everything seems like it's falling apart in front of you. So what are the steps to getting yourself back to yourself? Let's talk about it. For me, the first step to getting myself back to myself is normally picking up a sewing machine
in 2 miles,
and making an outfit.
Exit 71 for Virginia 120, Virginia 237, toward Glebe Road, Fairfax Drive.
Because my sewing machine is packed away. Because I'm relocating and I'm having relationship issues and I'm moving and I'm staying with someone. I have all these things that people normally go through, like one by one, happening all at the same time. And I gotta figure out how to keep a smiling face and get myself back together. So I decided to do a vlog series on how to get yourself back to yourself when you don't feel yourself. Today is October the 16th, and this is going to be my first vlog on this. Okay, let's go in order. In March of 2021, I decided to buy a home. Not only did I decide to buy a home, I decided to have the home built from the ground up, because I wanted it to be my house. I wanted to be in the house. No one else has been in this house. And I thought the process, yes, I figured it would take a few months, but I didn't know it would take this long. We're going into November before I can move into my brand new home. So that's the first one. Second,
in a quarter mile, take exit 71 for Virginia 120, Virginia 237, toward Glebe Road, Fairfax Drive.
I'm sorry, y'all, I'm using my GPS as well. I had to go to the bank. And for some reason, the GPS wanted to take me all around the world today. Who knows why? But I'm not going that way back.
Take exit 71.
So you may hear the GPS talking. I'm not sure. I may be able to edit that out, but if I can't, then it's going to be on there for a little while. Okay, so second thing that
in a quarter mile, continue on to Fairfax Drive, is
relocating. Third thing I'm going through, relationship problems. The fourth thing I'm going through is how can I get back to myself and become the person I was before all of these issues came up. Because I think the person that I was before I had
continue
these
on Fairfax Drive for 1 mile,
was charismatic. I think she was charming. I think she was spunky. I think she was full of life. And I think she had a presence that could turn heads when she walked in the door. And now I just feel blah. I've been wanting to cut my hair. Like, I've been wanting to take some shears and just cut everything off. You know, they say when you gotta start brand new, like women, we start with our hair. Like, we cut our hair off so we could feel like everything that was old or holding us down is gone. And I don't know why we start with our hair, but I really been thinking about just going to the barbershop and just letting him give me a nice, cute buzz cut. So let's start with the first thing, buying a home. If anyone's buying a brand new home built from the ground up, make sure you have a really aggressive real estate agent and a really aggressive loan officer. Because if you don't, you're going to lose your mind. My loan officer is aggressive. My real estate agent, I don't think she's as aggressive as I would have liked her to be. And I say that because one thing is, I'm moving out of state. So I'm not going to be present for a lot of the things that are going on. And because of that, I need her to be like my voice and I need her to like kind of be me, because I can't be there. And I feel like some of the questions and stuff that she should have asked or didn't ask, she just didn't do. Like, and I didn't like that. And this is just if you're moving out of state. If you're in state buying a house and you can go to the builders and you can do all those things, you probably won't have the issues that I'm having. But I had those issues because I'm not in the state where I'm buying my house. So that kind of made me upset a little bit, because I was like, listen, like, what's happening? What's going on now? What's this? And I felt like I was constantly asking her the questions that I thought she should be asking as a real estate agent. Now, this is helpful for me because I've been thinking about getting into the real estate game, getting my license and, you know, becoming an agent, maybe part-time or something like that. So, because of my experience with her, I think I know how I would need to be if I became a real estate agent. I think that I would always be on top of it. My clients would not have to be pressing me out about things that I know I should probably have an answer to. So that's one thing. And when I tell you, the stress from that alone was awful. Like, it was plain old awful. I shouldn't feel like I have to keep making a stand to her. Like, at one moment, I basically told her, like, I need you to be a bit more aggressive with the builders. Come on, like, what are we doing here? Give me something better than what I'm getting right now. And I felt a little bad that I had to get aggressive with her, because she's a wonderful person. But when I did,
in 600
I'll
feet,
tell you
continue
this.
straight onto North Lincoln Street.
I can turn this GPS off now. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, like, these GPS, I think they're working with, like, these companies, because the first GPS took me all around Robbins Barn. Took me 30 minutes to get there. This is taking me the right way, and I'm going to be home in about 15 minutes. I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm not even sure where it cut off at, because I got to the bank, so I had to get out. But I'm going to just
continue for half a mile.
What I'm talking about. So anyway, if you're moving out of state, just make sure you have an aggressive real estate agent who is going to stay on top of those builders, who are going to make sure that your questions are answered even before maybe you even ask her or him the question. Just make sure you're being aggressive. Like I said, one thing I've learned is if I do get into the real estate game, then I'm going to be that real estate agent that I wanted. And again, I don't want to put her down, because she was absolutely fantastic. But I did need her to be a little more firm and aggressive with the builders. That's the first thing I'm going through. Second thing I'm going through is the relocating part. Like, I've lived in the Washington, D.C. area for 46 years. I just told my age, didn't I? Well, anyway, I've been there for 46 years. So I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready for a change of scenery. Ready for a change of people. I'm ready for a more diverse area. I'm looking, well, not necessarily diverse, because Washington, D.C. is pretty diverse. But I'm just looking for something new. Like a whole new everything. And this is probably part of my third problem that I'm having. The relationship problem is why I kind of want to move away. I feel like this area that I'm in, even though it's so big, it's so small. Like, everybody knows everybody. And the dating scene is horrible. Like, oh gosh. The dating scene is horrible in the Washington, D.C. area. Like, if you just want to kick it, hang out, just have some casual sex and all that good stuff. That's wonderful. But if you're really seriously looking to settle
In a quarter
down,
mile, turn right onto Washington Boulevard.
In a relationship, maybe even get married, like, the chances are slim to none. And I feel that way because I think the men in this area, because the ones who have a little something, and when I say a little something, I just mean, for me, are the basics. Like, they have their own place, they have their own car, they have a job, they have a little stability. I think because you don't get to see
Take the second right onto Washington Boulevard.
that as much as you would like to. The ones that do have it, they know that they're a commodity, so they're fighting. Nope, staying single, not getting in a relationship, not doing the one woman thing. They're just not doing it. So that was another reasons why I wanted to just kind of get away, because I feel like if you go to a different area, a different scene, yes, they're going to be the same kind of men. Let's just say that men are men. I don't care where you go in the United States. But I think a more southern man may have a little more roots as far as what they want and what they're looking for. But I could be totally wrong. But again, that's just my view. Do not quote me on that. That's just something I feel because I've been around the city men all my life. I just want something different. And I just feel like now is the time to do it. Especially since the interest rates were so low on the houses. And like, I found my house. I'm so in love with this house. Even before I moved into it, I'm so in love with this house that I just can't wait to be in it. So,
Continue on Washington Boulevard for 2 miles.
excuse me, y'all. This lady in front of me cannot drive. And I'm trying not to show any road rage. This guy in front of me cannot drive. I'm not trying to show any road rage. So I'm just trying to pleasantly move out of his way before he has an accident. Okay, anywho. So I'm just looking to move away and get something new. So that is my whole plan. That's what I've been looking for, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So the home buying process added the stress on top of me feeling like, oh, I'm about to get out of here. And now it's just like, it's taking so long. And I want to thank COVID for a few things. I want to thank COVID for allowing me to be able to be telework. Like, I'm 100% telework. I work from home every single day, and I love it. I never want to go back into the office. And now, because of COVID, I've shown them that I'm able to do my job from home. I don't need to be in the office, and I can stay this way. I can stay and continue to be 100% telework, which is the reason why I'm moving away, because I'll be able to keep my money that I'm making, go to a place where I can afford, and I don't feel like everything is stressed, and I'm living check to check. So I'm excited about that. The second thing I want to say to COVID is, COVID, because of you, is another reason why I'm having all these issues. COVID has shut down a lot of stuff, y'all. Like, COVID has put people out of business. COVID has slowed everything down. And because of that, COVID has slowed down the shipping process. So a lot of materials were slowed down. Listen, I think my house would have been done already if it hadn't been, because we're going through these COVID times right now. So COVID, thank you for that. I also want to thank COVID for allowing me to save up my leave. I didn't need to use leave because I'm at home. Like, I'm working from home. So I was able to save up enough leave that once I get my closing date, I am going to take off for the rest of the year.
In a quarter mile, use the right 2 lanes to take the I-395 South ramp to Richmond.
I do not want to have to worry about getting up, logging in. I don't want to have to worry about missing a meeting. I don't want to have to miss no emails, none of that. I'm going to dedicate my home once I move in, point blank period.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the I-395 South ramp and keep right at the fork.
I want to go to Walmart, and I want to go to Home Goods, and I want to get my house together. That's what I'm going to do. That is my whole focus going to be for the rest of the year. So if I don't move into my home until November 1st, November and December, I will not be working. I will go back to work January 2022. So thank you, COVID, for that, allowing me to save up enough leave where
in half a mile, merge onto I-395 South.
Now, let's get to the relationships. I have a few good girlfriends, and even with COVID, I still have a few good girlfriends. Like, we still got together probably 2 or 3 times this year. So we could love on each other and envelop each other and hang out or whatever. I didn't do much of anything else because I was afraid to catch COVID. I've never had COVID. I don't want to get it. My job made it mandatory that we had to get the vaccination. So I've done that. So I feel like I'll be able to travel again soon. I don't know how soon, but soon enough. But again, thank you, COVID, for allowing me to just have enough leave where I'm not going to worry about anything but my house when I get into my house. Because there's 2 really big projects in my house that I'm going to work on. I'm going to be doing videos on that too, y'all. The first one is going to be my sewing studio. When I'm feeling down, I'm feeling blue or depressed or whatever, I normally like to get my sewing machine out and get creative. And since May 1st, 2021, I haven't been able to be as creative as I would like to be. And the reason for that is because once I moved into my mom's home, I figured I could be in the basement because she never uses the basement. I'll be in the basement, I'll be able to sew and things like that. But then she decided to sell her home and get a new home. Her new home is smaller than the older home, so I didn't have any room. So I had to pack everything away. So I haven't been able to sew anything. I have been able to be a little creative because I have the Cricut machine. So I've been making t-shirts. I've been making monogram t-shirts, personalized t-shirts. I've done some t-shirts for a bridal party. So I've been able to use my creative genes that way, but it's not the same as my sewing machine. Because with the Cricut, I'm just pretty much kind of using my imagination to get some designs and then I can put it on the shirt. But with my sewing machine, I'm taking it from start to finish. And I miss that so much. I miss getting on here, giving you a video and showing you how to create something from the start to the end. So I'm so looking forward to that. So that my first project when I get into this house is to get my sewing room back together. And y'all, when I tell y'all the sewing studio, kCharles Couture studio is going to be so fire. It's going to be fire, y'all. So get ready for that. I have some material that I'm going to order. I'm going to order some white curtains, but I'm going to have the kCharles Couture logo that I'm going to use my Cricut machine. I'm going to put it all over that material, and I'm going to make my curtains out of it. In 2 miles,
take exit 3 for Virginia 236 West Blue River Turnpike to Lincolnia.
Excited about getting back to sewing, y'all. I have so many ideas and things that we're going to create in the next month that you're going to be like, I can tell she missed sewing, because I'm going to be in that sewing studio every single day creating and showing you videos. I'm going to show you how to take some plain material, use your Cricut machine if you have one, make a whole new pattern and design on that material, and then make something funky out of it. Y'all, I got some really good ideas, y'all, of what we're going to do. Y'all going to love it, because I'm already in love with it, and I haven't even done it yet, but I'm telling you, you're going to love it. So that's the first project I'm doing in there. The second project is my closet. I'm doing not a custom walk-in closet, because I do have a walk-in closet. But I'm taking one of my bedrooms, because it's adjacent to the closet. I'm going to get an archway put in that wall so that I have a bigger closet. My closet is going to look like a boutique, y'all. And we're going to go through all the steps of me getting that closet together. But when I tell you it's going to be fire, it's going to be fire. We're going to do some home decorating projects. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use my Cricut to organize my pantry and a whole bunch of good things that we got coming. I'm going to just tell y'all, we got some good stuff coming up. So get ready for all the new videos. That's what I'm telling you. Hit that subscribe button today. And also, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do these vlogs so that you can continue to see how I'm getting back to myself. Y'all, it's so important. I don't care what you're going through, because everybody's going to go through something in life. Let's just not be naive to that. You're going to go through trials, tribulations. You're going to have all kinds of things that's going to happen to you. But the main thing is getting back to
In
yourself.
a quarter mile, take exit 3 for Virginia 236 West.
And let me just tell
Turnpike
you,
toward Lincolnia.
Your mental health is so important. And please know that I am going to be including therapy into getting my mental health back. Because the
Take
thing is,
exit 3, then keep left.
you want your mental health to come back, but you want it to stay. You want to continue to do the things that you're doing so that you don't run into these obstacles again. And if you do run into these obstacles again, then you have a way to get out of them without mentally disturbing yourself too much. So just know that I believe in mental health. I believe in therapy, and I will be seeing a therapist. I don't know
left.
how many days or weeks or whatever I'm be seeing this therapist, but I am going to be seeing a therapist. I just wanted to make sure I said that. Like, your mental health is so important, y'all. And if you feel like there's something going on and you need to talk to somebody, then get you a therapist. Find someone to talk to. Even if it's a good friend that just will listen to you vent.
Keep left at the fork,
Please
then use
make
any
sure
lane to turn left onto Virginia 236 East.
You get those things off your mind, or you have a way to discuss
Use any
them.
lane to turn left onto Virginia 236 East, Duke
Because
Street.
that is so important. What I've realized in these last few months is I've held in so much trauma. And I'm saying trauma because the more you hold things in and the more you keep them under wraps, that's trauma, y'all. That is like real life trauma. It will hurt you not to get those things off of your chest and off your mind, off your heart, off your out of your head. Like, it's important. So when I tell you that I'm going to see a therapist, some of you may be saying, oh, she's crazy. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm calling these my steps to getting back to the person I was before I had these traumas show up in my life. Now, I think I've handled it pretty well as far as how I've handled the situations and dealt with it. But right now, all those things that I held inside are like, they need to come out. I need them out of my body. I need them out
In
of
a
my
quarter
brain
mile,
space.
slight right onto the Van Dorn Street ramp
need
to Mall
them.
Shopping Plaza.
I need them gone. Yeah, I do. I just need them gone. So I'm going to go see somebody about that. Let's talk about love, y'all. You ever met someone and you be like, oh my gosh, everything is so perfect. Like, I would marry this man or woman right now, today. You ever felt that way? I have. I felt that way. I was like, you know what? I'm so in love with this person. And you go through something with that person, situation. It could be anything. Like, but you every day is not gonna be perfect. And when you go through this non-perfect situation with the person and they quit on you, for me, that is huge, because I really want someone who's not gonna quit when stuff gets hard. I myself personally need a person who's going to fight through everything, or who's going to make me feel like I'm worthy enough to be fought for. Especially if I'm fighting for you. If I'm fighting and I'm trying to go through the motions of everything, like, I need to feel like that's reciprocated. And a lot of times it's easier to quit. This new generation that we have, this new millennials, you know, it's just easier to quit and walk away. Like, fight for what?
Slight right onto the Van Dorn Street ramp, then turn right onto South Van Dorn Street.
I don't need to put up with this or that. And sometimes you do need to put up with this and that. Sometimes the foundation of what you put up with is going to make it so much stronger for anything that happens later on in life. And so that's what I'm going through right now. I'm going through
Continue on South Van Dorn Street for 1 mile.
a lost love because there was some trust broken. And the trust was broken not to the point where it was so bad that we can't recover from it. But if you quit and you give up too soon, that's where sometimes you can't recover from that. So I'm going through that too right now. Like, I'm going through I just wish you hadn't quit. I just wish you had kept fighting. So anyway, like I said, so today I'm supposed to be going to a day party. And I really, really, really hope that I make it to this day party today, because I really need to get out and start networking again and start seeing people. Haven't really been out since this pandemic hit. I guess I'm not even sure I'm going to go to this party, because that's a whole nother story. But again, that's one thing I need to do to get back to myself. I need to get cute, get dressed, and start seeing people again and hanging out with people that I haven't been doing that since COVID. So stay tuned, because there's going to be like another part of this video. This is the car part where I'm just kind of discussing some things that I'm sure somebody else needs to hear, and letting you know what I'm doing to get myself back to myself. And I hope that helps you, because I know it's helping me. It's helping me just to talk about it, y'all. Like, it really is helping me to just kind of just spit it out. Like, I'm feeling a little relief right now just doing that. So I'll be back if I go to the day party. I'll be back even if I don't go to the day party. If I don't go to the day party, we'll talk about why I'm not going to the day party. And then we'll talk about some other things that's happening today, because I'm going to vlog throughout the day and let you see like what I got going on. Like just now, I just went to the bank, but I do have to make a couple store runs and stuff like that. So I will keep you all with me today. See you again. Hey y'all, I am back in the car. Nope, I did not make it to the day party. Listen, my girlfriend is so crazy too. She had the nerve to call me like the next day and say, girl, be glad we didn't go to that day party, because it looked like it was boring. Okay, so it looks like we missed a dry one, so I'm okay with that. But I wanted to get in the car because something was heavily weighing on my heart. So, story time. One of the things I talked about earlier in the video was me going through relationship issues with the move and everything that I got going on as well. I know the light is going to be coming in and out, and I apologize for that, y'all. I'm in the car. Hopefully it's not too bad. Once I stop, I'll be able to kind of get plain lighting, but the sun is out today, y'all. It really is out. So I'm hoping this video doesn't come out too bad. I mean, if so, I'll just do a voiceover and just kind of like do it in the house. But anywho, I talked about relationship issues that I was having. And one of the issues that I'm having or had in my relationship was a breach of trust. And it was a breach of trust on both parties. Now, I feel like when you have two people who breach their trust in a relationship, and people say, you know, trust is hard. Like, you can't be with someone if you don't trust them. And I do agree with that. But I also agree when you have two people who are working together, trust to me is like credit. People have good credit, and then they do some crazy stuff, and next thing you know, they got bad credit. But they can get that good credit back if they work hard enough for it. And that's how I feel about trust. To me, trust is trying to remember and understand the solution together. So much so that I believe in this, y'all. I made a shirt. Y'all see, look, I'm going to tell y'all. My kCharles Couture shirts are going to be off the hook, and they are always going to be for sale. Just remember that. I will put a link in the bio, in the comments, if you want to get this shirt, because I think this is important to remember. To me, again, like I said, trust to me is like credit. People have good credit, and then sometimes their credit goes bad. But that doesn't mean you always have to have bad credit. You can repair your credit the same way you can repair trust in a relationship. Now, again, you have to be able to do this together. Playing off the trust again, what's one of the things you're going to need when you're trying to rebuild this trust? You're going to need time. And I don't mean you need time away from each other. I mean you need time together. You need time to do those things that you did in the beginning. You need time to do the things that made you fall in love with that person and build that trust up in the beginning. You need those little date nights. You need those little cards. You need a text for no reason. You need a picture in the middle of the day. Like, those are the things that you need to do when you're using the time on your side. You also need reassurance. Now, when I say reassurance, what I mean by that is you got to let your partner know by your actions, your words, that you are in this 100%. That you're not going anywhere. They need to be reassured that you are working just as hard as they are. That you are worth the work that you're putting in. Listen, that is so important. That may be the thing that saves your whole relationship. Just that reassurance that you're going to be there and that you're not going anywhere. You also need useful information. When I say useful information, that's when I mean get a book. Get a book about how to rebuild trust with you and your partner. Get a therapist. Like, whatever useful information you need. If it's a song, like if you all had a song together, listen to that song over and over again. So you can remember, trying to remember and understand, so you can remember why you fell in love with that person in the first place. Trust can be rebuilt if you are both working on it together. You also want to have structure. Listen, I'm getting a house built, and I told y'all about that too, and how it's like getting on my nerves and all that other stuff. But I'm going to tell you what, the longer it took for them to get the foundation together and get that structure right, that just means my house is going to last a little longer. It's not going to fall to the ground. And that's what you need in your relationship. You got to have structure. You got to set some goals. Listen, this is what we're going to be doing in 6 months. This is what we're going to be doing in 3 months. This is what I want to see happening in 2 years. Put some structure in your foundation. Have something to go back on. You also want to have talks. Now, this is also important because you don't want to just be talking. You really have to have talks with your spouse or your significant other. And when I say talks, I mean dead honest talks. Sometimes those talks are going to hurt feelings. Like, you got to be prepared to hear something that you didn't think that you was going to hear. And you got to be prepared to hear those things, because effective communication is so important when you're rebuilding trust. Sometimes you just got to lay everything out on the line. Hey, look, this is what happened. This is what was going on in my mind at the time. This is what I was feeling. You know, you made me feel a certain type of way. You got to have these talks. Listen, you got to have these talks in order to get past the hurt that has been caused in in the breach of this trust. You got to have those talks in order to be reassured that now we can discuss anything. Like, nothing is untouched. No holds barred. And I know that you have my best interest at heart. You got to have these talks, because at any given moment of the time, something may trigger your partner. And if they can't talk to you about the triggers, then who will they talk to? So you got to have these talks. I'm going to put this up in the bio. Not the bio. I'm going to put this in the description link so that you all can have this. And again, like I said, these shirts are for sale. You can get them in any color that you like. I just actually had to put mine in blue because I'm wearing my little jeans today. I'm trying to be cute, you know, working on me, trying to get me back to where me was before I was in all this relationship stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to throw that out there to you all today. I hope this touches someone. Like, this was on my heart this morning. I got up early this morning And I wrote all this down. I did the shirt today because it was just touching me. And I was like, you know what? In order for me to get back to me where I was in a better place than I am now, I got to express this stuff. And to me, I want to express this to the world, because if I help one person, then I did something good. Talk to you all soon.